Yeah, bang, bang, rail. Look, very, very quickly, yeah. People are saying about Marvin Herbert, it's a joke, yeah. I never knew Marvin Herbert, yeah. I didn't even know who he was. The only time I knew who Marvin Herbert was, yeah, was when I went down to where his place was, Milton Keynes, yeah, and he was doing podcasts with a guy called Christian Morgan. Christian Morgan was talking to me and said, "There's a guy called Marvin Herbert, mate. I don't know if you heard of him." I said, "No, I don't. I've not heard of him, mate." And I said, he said he would like to do a podcast on you. So I said, "Oh, we go down there." So he picked me up and took me down to Milton Keynes to meet Marvin Herbert. Nice guy, just a nice guy. Talking about my life, and he's asking me questions, this, that, and the other. That was like, I don't know, what, 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And he was talking about me and this, that, and the other, and asked me about who done this, who done that. It was a good podcast, yeah, really good. Everybody can look at it. Look at Marvin Herbert with Ray Hills, and Christian Morgan. It's the first one I done, yeah. Then we done another one after that about Mickey Theo and all them sorts of things. And I did not know who Marvin Herbert was. I got to know he was because then I started talking to him about who he was involved with, what he was doing. Of course, don't forget, I've been in prison a lot of my life, yeah. So I come out, what, 013, 042, 013, 214, something like that. Never made myself too busy about anything, really. And don't forget, I went in prison. I done, 10 years in prison. I went away about 203, something like that. 2023, something like 24, something like that, yeah, about 10 years, yeah. But I've never ever, seriously, I can't say that I've never, because I might in company with people, we might have talked about him, but nothing that I took any notice of at that time, yeah. But when I come out and I was doing podcasts, I was doing Christian Morgan, met Christian Morgan, a nice guy, and he said to me, "Look, no. I'll tell you what it was, yeah. I got a mate of mine in North London. He's got a big scaffold company, massive big scaffold company. So my mate Barry phoned me up and he said, "Yeah, mate, I've got a guy here who's like to talk to you. He's seen your podcast and he'd like you to do a podcast with him." I said, "Who's that, mate?" He said, "Marvin Herbert." I said, "I don't really know Marvin Herbert." He said, "Yeah, I have a talk to him." So Marvin come on the phone. He went, "Hello, Ray, how are you, mate?" Nice guy, couldn't believe it. Nice guy. "All right, mate." He said, "What you doing?" I told him. He said, "Listen," he said, "how about coming down Milton Keynes, and coming down and do a podcast?" I went, yeah. He said, I got to look. Then Christian Morgan got to hear about it through Marvin, and Christian Morgan phoned me and asked me where I lived, come and pick me up. I was in Harrow at that time. Come and pick me up, and I went down to see Marvin Herbert. Listen, me and Marvin Herbert sat down before the interview and after, and he told me all about Marvin Herbert. And I went, wow, I couldn't believe it. As the guy had some sort of a life, a right bad life, He's gone through a hell of a lot as a child, like me. He's been involved with big companies over in Spain and all that, yeah. And he come back, but was I away in prison at that time? Was I working with my big company at that time? It's not. Listen, Marvin Herbert, right, he's a proper man, mate. Right, let's put it that way. He's a proper man, a man that I got to find out through James English as well. When he done podcasts with James English, he done one with Sean Atworth. He's done a few with people, yeah. Told him about his life, and his life's been mad, been crazy. He's had a crazy life. And when people say, people say, "Well, why ain't you heard of Marvin Herbert?" Listen, if I hadn't heard of him, if I heard of him, I'd have said I've heard of him, but I didn't. He wasn't involved with my people. He wasn't involved with the company that I was with. That's why that it wasn't irrelevant to me. It wasn't irrelevant to me, yeah? I was in a different league. It was a different league. It was right out of the way. You know, I wasn't involved in whatever he was involved with or whatever he was doing, having fights down, you know, down places and getting axes across the head. I can't remember that. That wasn't in any conversation that I had when I went down there to the club and got involved with the people and talked to everybody down there. I wasn't involved with it. Nigel, Ben, he never said nothing about Marvin Herbert. No one said nothing about it. Might have happened. It might have happened after that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Marvin's a proper man. Look, listen, mate. He got shot in the leg, yeah? He got shot in the face and everything, and he's still about. He trains really hard, right? No one would think that he's been shot and got a dodgy leg. He trains like a proper soldier, and he is a proper soldier. I ain't running this geezer down, mate. I'm just saying you how it is, yeah? I've seen him train. He talks to me, but don't forget he's with my pal. My pal put him up. My mate Barry put him up. You know what I mean? So I get to know everything about Marvin. My mate's he's in Marvin's in my mate's yard. My mate the scaffolder, my mate in the scaffold is a proper fucking face. Don't worry about that, mate. Proper face. You know, and he told me everything I want to know, you know. Yeah, mate, Marvin Herbert is a proper guy. When people get on these podcasts and videos and start talking about this, that and the other, a lot of these people have never been out of prison. They've been in prison all their life. They ain't got a clue. It's only what they Google and this, that and the other. I did not know Marvin Herbert at all. The only way that I knew Marvin Herbert was when I met him down Milton Keynes with Christian Morgan through my mate Barry, who's got a big scaffold company in North London, and this guy don't muck about. He is dangerous, right? He is a proper guy, mate. You know what I mean? And he tells me about Marvin. Do you know what I mean? So whoever's chucking this poo about, you know, they ain't got a clue what they're talking about, yeah? Believe. Marvin Herbert, I only got to know about Marvin Herbert the time I went down to Milton Keynes. I know I keep saying it, but I've got to let you people know. The only time I got to know about Marvin Herbert is when I went down to Milton Keynes and met him down there, right? And that's it. And not only that, he even showed me his abdominal muscles, you know, and this, that, and the other. Told me to punch him in his tummy. I said, leave off, mate. You know what I mean? I said, leave off. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's the first time that I've ever met him. Listen, when people talk about certain people, yeah, you go, whoa, they're heavy. They're really heavy. And that's the people he was running around with. So he must be as heavy. He must be heavy too, right? But he also got shot. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's just to let people know, yeah, that how it went on with me and Marvin Herbert. You know what I mean? Oh, you must have known about Marvin. I didn't know about Marvin. A lot of people don't know about me. It isn't because, listen, you haven't got you haven't got to be big time. Well, yes, if you're big time Charlie Potatoes shouting your mouth about, everybody's going to know you. It's the ones they don't know about. No one knew about me. I'm just a normal bod, mate. That I looked after a big company. That's the difference, mate. I was with a big company. And to look after that big wrapped around them, mate, believe me, you got to be proper. You know what I mean? Believe me, Rev. And I was with the best there was could be, mate. I was with my mate Mickey. He is the best of the best. And my job was to look after him and his kids from Hatton Garden all around it, whatever he was doing, right? And believe me, mate, let me tell you something. These are proper people. Can't run me down, mate, because you're running them down too, because they was with me, wrapped around me 24/7, as well as I was wrapped around them 24/7. So bang, bang, roll, have a nice day, and don't keep talking about Marvin Herbert, because I know more about Marvin Herbert than what maybe you do. Take care, nice one.